I want to be very, very clear. You know, black lives do matter. My life matters. Our lives matter. All minorities and African Americans in particular matter when we come into these issues that are going all across this nation. Black lives do matter, but that didn't seem to take place up in Charlotte when they had a situation of where a young unarmed man who had had an accident was seeking help. And when law enforcement got there, 3 officers were there. One of them pulled out his gun and shot that young student, that young kid. Shot him 10 times. 10 times. Used that excessive force from what the indictment had pointed out. But what did Roy Cooper do? They had a mistrial, a hung jury. 4 people found him guilty as charged. But what did Roy Cooper do? He said, well, 8 people couldn't find him guilty at the time, so we're not going to move forward on the case. He didn't even take time to go, from my information, to at least explain that to the mother, of the grieving mother of her baby boy who had been shot and killed like that. But he spent his time to get ready for a national press conference to announce it. So I think that when you look at this and you look at where is a person when it comes to standing up for issues that impact all North Carolinians, we need someone who is going to show from his own experience, his own opportunities of being able to speak out on these issues, versus someone through his actions like Roy Cooper who will shrink away and look at the political consequences versus the issues it faces. So I'm not afraid to bring that out. You know, they say, well, you bring that issue out, that might hurt you with certain voters or whatever. That doesn't hurt me with certain voters. What it does, it brings to light what his record has been. People want someone to speak up on the issues and not be afraid to do it. And I don't think an African American candidate running for governor of the state of North Carolina should shrink away and hide from issues like Black Lives Matter, which impact all of us. We have a responsibility of sharing with the entire state, the entire community. If there's an issue and a problem, then let's address it constructively, positively. But let's don't run away from it and not have trials when you should have a retrial like Roy Cooper did. Let's deal with the issues.